Let's start our class. Today, we will learn about networking concepts. In our daily life, we come across different types of networks. Let us understand this concept by some examples in our daily life. For example, network of roads, you know that all the roads are to be connected. Railway lines, then communication network of telephone system, which enables us to talk anyone, anywhere at any time. Network of banks or ATMs. Then another example is radio or television network. They can broadcast their live programs through the world, as well as video conferencing. All are possible using this networking. Here we start our first chapter, that is networking concepts. First we start with the definition of a computer network. Computer network consists of two or more computers that are linked in order to share resources such as printers, exchange files, and allow communication. These are the three uses of networking. Okay. First is the definition of network. Definition of network is like this. It consists of two or more computers that are linked in order to share resources such as printers, exchange files, and allow communication. Okay, what are the three uses of networking? First one, sharing resources. Second one is exchanging files, and third one is allow communication. Example for computer network is internet. Okay, you all are know that. What is internet? Internet is called as network of networks. Then, next we learn about ARPANET. ARPANET means this was the first network in the world. This network was formed in Department of Defense in US for their military purpose. This network later developed in the form of internet. The full form of ARPANET is like this: Advanced Research Projects Agency Network. This was the first network in the world. So, first network in the world was ARPANET, Advanced Research Project Agency Network. Later, this network converted in the form of internet that are used by worldwide. Then, next is about what are the need for computer networks, or what are the advantage of computer networks or the uses of computer network. I already explained three things. The first one is resource sharing, second one is file sharing, and third one is ease of communication. These three are the need for computer network. The first one is resource sharing. Resource means the devices which are connected to the computer, which are easily shared by two or more computers at the same time. That is called as resource sharing. In this figure, you can see three computers: computer A, computer B, and computer C. These three computers are connected together. These are connected using a device called as hub. So, this is called as a network. These three computers can share a single printer. This concept is called as resource sharing. Clear? Then move on to the next one. Next uses file sharing and remote database access. File sharing means we can easily transfer files from one to other computer. And remote database access means we can access data from the remote computer from anywhere. Okay, that is the second use of computer network. First one is resource sharing, second one is file sharing and remote database access. Then third one is ease of communication. All the communication is spread, different types of communications are spread throughout the world, like email, then chat. All these are possible using computer network. Video conferencing, chatting, emailing, all these are with the help of computer networks. Okay, I think you clear? There are three uses of networks. First one is resource sharing, second one is file sharing and remote accessing of database, and third one is of communication. Then move on to the next topic, types of computer networks. Okay, I think you already learned these types of networks, LAN, PAN, LAN, CAN, MAN and WAN. Here we can divide computer networks according to their geographical area or scale of the network. Depending on this, the network can be classified into 5 categories. The 5 categories of networks are, first one is called as PAN. PAN means personal area network. Second one is LAN, local area network. Third one is CAN, campus area network. Fourth one is MAN, metropolitan area network. And fifth one is wide area network. These are the 5 types of networks. They can be classified according to their geographical spread. There are 5 types: PAN, LAN, CAN, MAN and WAN. Then move on to the next slide. First one is PAN. PAN means personal area networks. The definition of PAN is like this: computer network that are organized around a person. For example, here a single computer which are attached with different devices like my headset, mouse, printer, mobile, another laptop. All these are connected within a short range. This type of networking is called as personal area network. The range of the personal area network is 0 to 10 meter distance. Only accessing personal area network within this range, 0 to 10 meter. Clear? Personal area network or PAN is a network organized around a person. The use of PAN is communication between devices such as phone, personal digital assistants, printers, laptops that are close proximity. The range from 0 to 10 meter. Then move on to the next slide. That is local area network or LAN. Local area network is limited to the room or a building, which are limited to a room or a school or an office building. Such type of network are called as local area network. You know that if we want to connect a computer to other computer, we need a transmission medium. Transmission medium means it's a cable or wired medium or wireless mediums are used. In the case of local area network, we can connect computer by using wired as well as wireless medium. If you are connecting your local area network using wireless medium, such type of network is called as LAN, local area wireless network. Okay. When the LAN is connected using wireless medium, such type of network are called as LAN, local area network. Clear? Local area wireless network. Then third one is campus area network or CAN. Means a computer network that connects multiple local area networks in a limited geographical area are called as campus area network. Definition is like this: a computer network that connects multiple local area networks that are limited in a geographical area like a campus. Such type of network are called as campus area network. This campus area network are smaller than wide area network or metropolitan area network. Commonly, this type of network can be set up by college or company, etc. Then, fourth one is MAN, Metropolitan Area Network. Metropolitan Area Network usually covers a larger area than a LAN. Like city limit, they can't connect. Such type of networks are called as Metropolitan Area Network. For example, cable TV connection is an example for Metropolitan Area Networks. Then the last type of network is Wide Area Network or WAN. These are the network that spans a wide geographical area like cities, countries as well as continents. These are formed by connecting LANs as well as MANs. When you are connecting all LANs and MANs, which one is formed? Wide area network is formed. So that can spread across cities, countries as well as continent. In WAN, the transmission medium used are optical fiber cable, satellite radio links or microwave radio links, because they are all the networks are spread across the world. So we can connect all these networks using either by connecting wired medium or by wireless medium. For wired medium, we can use optical fibers. For wireless medium, we can use satellite as well as microwave radio links. These are the 5 categories of networks. There are 5 types. First one is personal area network. Second one is local area network. Third one is campus area network. Fourth one is metropolitan area network. And fifth one is wide area networks. Clear? All these networks are classified according to their geographical spread. Then, next topic is topology. I think this is a new term you heard. Topology. Topology means it's a layout pattern in which various computers are connected to one another to form a network. Means the physical structure of the computers in a network is called as topology. For example, here 3 computers. We can connect these computers like this. This form a topology. Means the layout pattern in which the computers are connected in a network are called as topology. That is very important. It's a layout pattern in which various computers are connected to one another to form a network are called as topology. Here, you know that a network is formed A, B, C. These are the 3 computers. These 3 computers are connected together. This is called as a network. Each computer in the network is called as node. Node means the computer which are connected to a network are called as node. The computer which are doesn't connected to any network, which such type of computers are called as standalone computer. Means which doesn't connected to other computers. Such type of computers are called as standalone computers. The computers which are connected to the network are called as node. Each computer on the network are called as a node. Then the topologies can be categorized into 4 types. First one is bus topology. Bus topology. Second one is ring topology. Third one is star topology. And fourth one is mesh topology. Topologies means the physical layout of computers in a network, which can be classified into 4 types. First one is bus topology. Second one is ring topology. Third one is star topology. And fourth one is mesh topology. Okay, now we will discuss about one by one. First one is bus topology. Bus topology means all the computers which are connected in a single cable called bus topology. All the computers which are connected in a single cable. This one represents a cable. It's a single cable which are connected multiple computers like A, B, C, D, E, F. All these 6 computers are connected in a single cable. Such type of topology is called as bus topology. In bus topology, the data travels through the length of the bus. Depending on the length of the cable, the data can be travel through this networks. What is the advantage of this type of networking? The advantage of this type of networking is easy to set up. You know that a single cable is required for connecting multiple computers. Then it also have a disadvantage because all the computers are connected in a single cable. So if there is any failure in this cable, that affect the whole network, because all the nodes are to be connected in this cable. So if there is any failure in the cable, that affect whole network. That is the disadvantage of bus topology. Okay, bus topology means all the computers which are connected in a single communication medium. The advantage of this topology is easy to set up. The disadvantage of this topology is if there is any break in the cable, that affect the whole network. Then second one is ring topology. Ring topology means the computers which are connected in a ring-like structure, a closed loop structure. Such type of networking is called as ring topology. Yeah, you know that all these computers which are connected in a ring-like structure which form a closed loop. Such type of networking structure is called as ring topology. The advantage of ring topology is the data is transmitted in only one direction. Then disadvantage is there. Here 3 computers we are connected as a ring. If there is any break in the node, that affect the whole network because the data cannot pass through this computer. That is the disadvantage of which topology? Ring topology. Then third one is star topology. Star topology means all the computers are connected to a central node. This is called as a central node or a device. Here all the computers are connected this central node. This type of structure is called as star topology. Then if you want to exchange any data, for example, here A, B, C, D, E. Here 5 computers which are connected to a central node. If you want to share a data from computer B to D, it only passes through which node? This central node. So, the advantages of this topology is more computers can be easily connected because only one central node is there. We can easily connect it to that central node. That is the advantage. But one disadvantage also is there. If there is any failure of the central node, that affects the whole network. Because all the computers which share data through the central node. That is the disadvantage of which topology? Star topology. Then last one is called as mesh topology. Mesh topology means every computers which are connected to every other computer on the network. There is an interconnection between all the computers. Like this. For example, there are 4 computers. Here we can connect all the computers together. Such type of structure is called as mesh topology, which are interconnect each other. It also has some advantage and disadvantage. Advantage is that a failure of one device does not cause break in the network because they can find alternate path for transferring their message. But one disadvantage is also there. The connection is complicated because so many computers are connected, all are interconnected together. So the fault, we cannot find the fault of this type of networking. We cannot easily find the fault of such type of networking. Okay, here we discuss about 4 types of topology. Topology means the layout pattern where the computers are connected in a network. Each computer connected to the network are called as a node. The computer which doesn't connect to the network are called as standalone computer. There are 4 types of topology we discuss: bus topology, ring topology, star topology, and mesh topology. Each topology has its own advantage as well as disadvantage. Then move on to the next topic, transmission media. I already said, if you want to send a data from sender computer to receiver computer, which require a path for data transmission, that path is established by using communication medias or transmission media. It's a physical path through which data is transmitted from sender to receiver computer, are called as transmission media or communication media. These transmission media can be classified into 2 types: guided media and unguided media. Guided media means there is a physical path is there, means wired medias are called as guided media. Then the wireless medias are called as unguided media. There is no physical path. Guided means all the wired medias are called as guided, all the wireless medias are called as unguided media. Then for wired media, most commonly we are using cables. There are different types of cables are available. Then the first one is called as twisted pair cable. Second one is called as coaxial cable. Third one is called as optical fiber. Okay. These are the three common types of cables which are used for guided media. Twisted pair cable, coaxial cable and optical fiber cable. Then guided media or wired media, I already explained. These are the physical medium through which the data is transmitted. There are three types: twisted pair cable, coaxial cable and optical fiber cable. First one is twisted pair cable. Twisted pair cable means two wires are twisted together like this structure. Two wires are twisted together. Two or more twisted pairs are insulated in a copper wire. This type of cable is called as twisted pair cable. These cables are mainly used in telephone communication. Telephone communication wires are twisted pair cables. These twisted pair cables are available in two forms: UTP cable and STP cable. UTP means unshielded twisted pair cable. Unshielded twisted pair cable. STP means shielded twisted pair cable. Twisted pair cables are available in two forms: UTP and STP. UTP means unshielded twisted pair. STP means shielded twisted pair. The difference is, in UTP cable there is no outer shield for each pair of cable. But in the case of STP, shielded twisted pair, there is a shield for covering each pair of cables. That is the difference between STP and UTP. Then move on to the next cable. Second one is coaxial cable. This is the coaxial cable. This type of cables are commonly used in cable television networks. The cables are connected to our TV using such type of wires. The structure of coaxial cable is like this. There is a conductor at its center. This area is called as conductor. This conductor carry the signals to this cable. These conductors are covered by or surrounded by a tubular insulating layer. This layer is called as tubular insulating layer. Tubular insulating layer. The inner part of the coaxial cable is called as conductor. This conductor can carry the signal. Then these conductors are covered by a tubular insulating layer, which again surrounded by a shield. This is called as shield. Again, the shield are insulated by an insulating layer. This is an outside layer. Okay. The structure of coaxial cable is like this. The inner part of the coaxial cable is called as conductor, which are surrounded by an insulating layer, again covered with a shield, and outside, which are also a plastic layer or cotton. That is the structure of coaxial cable. These cables are commonly used in cable television. Then optical fiber cable. It consists of a central core surrounded by several layers of protective material. In this type of cables can carry signal in the form of light. This type of cables can carry signals in the form of light. It can transmit signals over longer distance. For wide area network, I already explained, optical fiber cables are used because they can carry data over a long distance. The data transfer also very high speed in optical fiber cables. We discussed these are the topics. First is the definition of computer network, then the uses of computer networks, then types of the computer networks, and topology and its different types, and last one is guided transmission media. These are the topics which we covered today. Now I gave some assignment questions to you for writing in your notebook. Now you note these questions in your book. Now I read the questions. First question is, are you ready for writing the question? First question, define the term computer network. Define the term computer network. The same question, what are its advantages? What are its advantages? I repeat the first question. Define the term computer network. What are its advantages? Second question. Write short notes on different types of computer networks. I repeat, write short notes on different types of computer networks. Third question, what is topology? What is topology? Then fourth question, draw and explain the different types of topology. Draw and explain the different types of topology. Write short notes on various types of wired media. Write short notes on various types of wired media. To write all these questions in your notebook.